opening lineup for Boston. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Then it's Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Sam Hauser. And it's Keita in at the 5 spot. And for the Hawks, Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Riza. And it's Alexander Walker in at point guard. So, Tim, many have speculated that being an NBA coach is one of the most thankless jobs in all of professional sports. Do you agree with that?
Well, Kevin, it certainly can be. There's an awful lot of pressure that comes with those coveted positions. There's not a lot of job security. And, of course, there's always the difficulty in dealing with star players. But when you win, I don't know there's a better job in professional sports.
And when there's winning, there's always coaching probably at the core. Am I correct on that?
There is no doubt there has to be cohesion between a coaching staff and that roster if you want to win at the highest level.
Brown deciding where to go with it. Just 5 to shoot. Brown jams it in.
A supremely athletic player. Brown really stuck it to them there.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Outside Daniel. Johnson outside. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here is Daniels. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Now, here's Brown, guarded by Riza. Here's Pritchard. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Pritchard's got 5 points so far.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Here's Alexander Walker over Pritchard. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Johnson. Okongwu with the screen for Johnson. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. And in the building tonight, Robert Duchesne showing his support for his hometown team.
Originally from College Park, Georgia, in 2019 he purchased an ownership stake in the Hawks G League squad, the College Park Skyhawks. Clearly, he loves this franchise.
Pass to Riza, 6 to shoot. And at last, they get one to fall.
Well, Riza has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
Riza has done a lot to quiet the doubters after being the #1 overall pick in 2024.
Well, in a draft without a lot of star power at the top, the Hawks took the kind of prototype wing you can't have too many of, and he has made good on that pick.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Johnson outside. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, Johnson should get credit right there for staying ready and making himself available off the ball.
Outside, White. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And early on, they looked great. They made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Now, here's Johnson. This game he had 12. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Okongwu a screen. Daniels passes to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, how about the up fake there, Kev? Worked like a charm and gave him a clear lane to the basket.
GA, that is one of the prettiest moves out there if you can pull it off, and he did. Now here's White. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Pass to Keita. From deep. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open three.
Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standard, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder. He was really talking up Derek White, especially the job he does defensively. Coach said, for my money, Derek is the best defensive guard in the NBA. He's long, he anticipates actions, and he can protect the rim. I can't think of another guard who does what White does. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thank you. The Hawks leading by 4. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Man, that was impressive. Johnson can flat out fly.
Now, here's Brown. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. Brown with it, guarded by Rizachet. Brown kicks to White. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Rizachet. He's covered by Brown. Outside Daniels. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Over Pritchard. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
A moment now to see the numbers for Johnson. Averaging about 23 points per, 10 rebounds and 8 assists. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
But that's right. There's no question he's not their only offensive weapon, but he is a key cog in what they're trying to do.
Boston making a switch here. Walsh is checked in. Inside, here's Johnson. And Johnson with the stuff.
And you can tell Rizachet has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. Number 5, the Hawks.
They've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor.
Atlanta on D. They're leading by 8. Brown outside. Boston again missing.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
Down low, Okongwu, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Okongwu is now starting, Tim, and coming off the bench his first handful of seasons. I think got him ready for this role he's in right now.
He has been a good defender from day one, but his offensive game now starting to show some growth. He's stretching his shooting range, and he is showing you some growth as a playmaker as well. Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, thanks. The Celtics this summer trading Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons, player almost a decade younger. And Simons' deep threat capability is definitely a fit for the way the Boston Celtics like to play, especially now moving forward. If he can fit in defensively, he could be a long-term contributor, guys.
Yeah, he's more than capable. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. And stolen by Okongwu to the inside. And Okongwu slams it in.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
On the wing, Johnson. 7 points in the game. Hawks passing it around. Good on the three-point shot. Alexander Walker's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Hawks.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
Here's Pritchard. He has 5. Brown, no good.
Just hasn't been his night so far, and if he's unable to find his rhythm, this might be a long night for them.
It's good. Nice touch there from Okongwu.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Boston, timeout.
Chris Boucher's checked in for Boston, and Fernie Simons comes in for Pritchard. Outside, Simon. Pass to Walsh. Brown outside. Clock at 6. They need this one. And he sinks the layup.
And far from just a perimeter scorer, Brown also adept at finishing in close.
Johnson outside. Back to Alexander Walker. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And taking a look at some stats here for Daniels, unbelievable play for him over the last month. And his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands, always looking to force a mistake. Now, here's Brown. He had 27 points last game. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul. So for the Hawks, Porzingis comes in for Rizache. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Daniels. The Celtics also with a sub. Tillman's checked in. Stolen by McCollum. It's Okongwu, high post. Stolen. Here's Walsh. He is guarded by McCollum. Pass to Simons. Over in the corner, White knocks down the 3-ball. White's got 6.
Well, in addition to his scoring ability, Simons is a capable passer, and I like seeing him get his teammates involved early.
Porzingis can't hit.
He created the opening, he got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
Gets it to go. That one good from Tillman.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Well, you have to force a scorer away from his favorite place on the floor. In this case, you have to push him out or deny him the ball.
Count it. And the Hawks lead by 12.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Outside, White. Pass to Boucher. Here's Tillman. Here's Walsh. Cuts off the pass. Here's Okongwu. And he uses the glass on the layup. That's 12 points for Onyeka Okongwu. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
4 on the shot clock. And it's White missing. It's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. It's a 14-point game. Shots good by Alexander Walker.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you. Now, here's Okongwu. After the miss from Derek White. Boucher against Okongwu. Pass to Alexander Walker. To the middle. Here's Johnson. Again, the Hawks score.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And here is Simon. Still scoreless. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, we know he can hurt you from outside, but Simon's also showing you a nice touch inside.
McCollum against Simon. Johnson surveying the floor. Off target with his 3. Outside, Simons. Drops in the layup for 2.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And so it's Atlanta, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And more than anything, their three-point shooting is what sparked them. A fantastic night from long range so far. And we'll be right back after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Hawks really take control here.
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Well, they're taking care of the ball on one end of the floor and then forcing mistakes on the other.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Kispert is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Krejci in at the 3, the small forward. Hits it from three-point range. Simons has got 7 points.
Well, unlimited range and a pure stroke right there by Simons.
Kennard finds McCollum. Outside, Porzingis uncovered. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Richard with the ball. He is guarded by McCollum. Pass to Walsh. There's the triple. Kennard with the rebound. The Hawks leading by 16. It's McCollum on the wing. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. To the wing right side. Right side, Porzingis. From the arc. McCollum, no good. Celtics trail by 16. You know, Jim, throughout his career, C.J. McCollum has been the model of consistency.
Well, you can count on him to get you 20 with efficient shooting, Kevin. We've seen it now for over a decade, and I love his calm, steady demeanor. It stabilizes his team.
So it's Atlanta now, following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Simons, the pass to Tillman. Kennard against Simon. From 11 feet away, and it's Boston with another.
Yeah, that's a beautiful mid-range jumper that time. Simon's showing you he's got a great feel for when to take those shots.
And Porzingis throws it down hard.
Now, how about the creativity there from Porzingis? He wanted to make that one sting a little.
Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Pass to Simons. Back to Pritchard. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots off to a good start.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Brownie's checked in for Boston. This is a good chance here to look at the teams with the most second chance points of the season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. The Celtics second.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the act.
Pass to Rizachet. Johnson outside. Now here's McCollum. On the wing, Daniels from outside the arc, and Pritchard pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. It's going to be Simon shooting. It's going to be on Dyson Daniels. One thing is certain about Anthony Simons, the guy is a pure scorer.
Well, it comes so naturally to him. He's got a great handle, and he can get his shot off whenever he wants. Plus, he's got limitless range.
Derek White's checked in for Boston. Tim, and maybe I'm asking the wrong guy this, but are teams relying too much on the 3-point shot?
Well, I do think there are nights I feel it becomes a little redundant, but the skill level of these players, Kevin, has led us here. More guys are capable of making that deep shot, so I don't see it going away anytime soon.
And the skill required to do it, no one knows that more than you. The skill required is just something else.
Consistency is what teams are looking for.
Celtics making a switch here. Garza's checked in. That free throw good from Porzingis.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
Now, here's Simon. He's got 12. Puts the move on. And the layup is good. Simons has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Johnson outside. Here's Porzingis. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one. McCollum against Pritchard. The kick out to Brown. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Brown's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Lee Bass was put in just the right spot. And the Hawks lead by 14.
And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
Simons surveying the D. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And that one's good. Daniels.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Brown. 6 points for him. There's the pass to Simons. Here's Garza, wide open. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Former dunk contest champion Anthony Simons. Greg, also a threat from deep.
Yeah, over half his shots coming from long range. I mean, he's not exactly a point guard or a lockdown defender, but if you need a bucket, that he can provide.
Okongwu's checked in for Porzingis. Celtics also with a sub. Keita's checked in. And the Hawks with possession here. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got his second basket of the game.
Well, it looked like the defense was there for the challenge, but C.J. McCollum showing you his ability to fight through that.
Simons against Daniel. Outside, Simons. Shot clock at 6. Here's White. Good on the three-point shot. White's got 9 points.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Rizachet with it. White covering. Outside, Daniel. Pass to McCollum. A 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Well, for them, this was a favorable matchup. These teams were really in different places last year.
Rizachet finds McCollum. And here is Okongwu. Pass to Rizachet. No good with the triple. Celtics trail by 14. Here's Keita, covered by Okongwu. Outside Daniel. And a wide open look for McCollum. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
McCollum has a nice feel for catch and shoot jumpers. That's a shot they want to create for him as much as possible.
Now here's Simons. 14 points for him. Over Daniels. And it's Simons missing.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
McCollum. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. He's got 9.
He has been in a great flow tonight, converting at a high rate.
Pritchard passes to Simons. Brown with a screen on Daniel. To the paint, deflects the pass, and stolen by Okongwu. Here's Johnson, and slam dunk by Johnson.
And Johnson giving these fans a show.
Now Pritchard, he's got 9. Brown outside, gets the three-pointer to fall. Brown's got 9 points.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Okongwu with a screen on Pritchard. McCollum dishes to Okongwu. Over in the corner, White. And the Celtics another 3.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Last outing for the Hawks, it was a loss to Portland. Pass to Rizachet. To McCollum, fires the 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Johnson against Brown. Outside, Simons. Rebound by Johnson.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in in the driver's seat.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Pass to Pritchard. Back to White. Here's the three. And it's Daniels with the rebound. The Hawks leading by 20. McCollum outside. Pulls it up. That one's off. He's made 5 and missed 3 now. Now here's Brown. 1:37 left in the first half. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, when a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. Sam Hauser's checked in for the Celtics. Pass to Rizichet. Johnson outside. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Celtics trail by 20. White the pass to Queta. Simons from outside. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Pass to Rizichet. Now Okongwu. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Okongwu with a screen on Simon. Here's Alexander Walker. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Now here's Simon. Defended by Alexander Walker. Out to White. Pass to Hauser. Brown inside the line. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 6 rebounds here tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Atlanta Hawks. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. Right back after this break.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot. One more time, a round of applause for the participants.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Atlanta Hawks.
They've made it fun to watch. Some of the best players in the world doing what they do best, Ernie.
Yeah, when everything clicks, it can be the most beautiful game on earth. 5 guys with one mission. And moving on, let's take a peek at how the East is shaping up here in the midseason.
Taking a look at the Hawks, they're dealing with some challenges, no doubt about it. They have talent, but maybe not as much as they thought they had. The effort's been spotty. It's been a learning year for this organization.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. One of the stories here, Anthony Simons getting it done today.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
The Hawks leading by 19 points. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Pritchard and White are their guards. Brown out there with Sam Hauser. And it's Queta in at the center. Rizachet with it. White covering. Alexander Walker with the ball. Over Pritchard. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Fires for three. And Peyton Pritchard with the three. Pritchard's got the first basket of the second half here for the Celtics.
When he's had the opportunities, he's scored the ball, but they need more from him.
Back to Alexander Walker. Hands it from short range. Alexander Walker's got 15 points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Brown outside. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. 11 points in the game. Atlanta leading by 16. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With the Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Outside, White. Back to Pritchard. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
He's doing everything he can to keep him in this game, finding good looks.
Daniels finds Rizachet. Here's Johnson. Hawks passing it around. Pass to Alexander Walker. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Celtics trail by 15. Now Hauser. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Pritchard. Johnson sets the screen for Okongwu. Here's Alexander Walker. And a miss there on the triple.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
White with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. White the pass to Queta. Over Okongwu. That misses off the backboard.
Well, after nailing the first 3 out of the break, you can give him a pass for not making that one as well.
Here's Rizachet. Back to Alexander Walker. Pass to Okongwu. Kicks it out to Johnson. From downtown, buries the long-range jumper. Johnson's got 14 points for the game.
He typically does most of his scoring in the mid-range or at the rim, but Johnson's showing you right there he does have that kind of range to rely on as well.
Here's Hauser. Still yet to score. Brown outside. Over Rizachet. Brown's shot is good.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
Outside Daniel. Here's Okongwu.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
Pass to Pritchard. Outside White. Now Pritchard. Defended by Alexander Walker. Now Brown. Latrey. They get it back. Three-pointer, Pritchard. That shot is off. Atlanta leading by 18. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Pass to Rizachet. Just 5 on the clock. Three-pointer, Daniels. Rebound, Boston. Brown's got 5 rebounds tonight. Tries from 10. It's Brown on the wing. Shoots over Rizachet and off the front iron, and in it goes. 15 points in the game.
He's done a great job filling up the box score, but so far it just hasn't been enough. He needs help.
Back to Rizachet. And the three off target. Celtics trail by 16. Out to the right wing. Now Pritchard. He's got 15. There's Brown with the three. That doesn't go either for Brown.
So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from three. Only had that one in the first half.
And that one's good. Rizachet.
A true highlight of Rizachet's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
Here's Hauser. Hasn't made one yet. Up top, Brown. Guarded by Rizachet. Tries it from 9. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Rizachet.
Gotta stay down on that pump fake because Brown will go right into the contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And you think of the different styles of play. Tim, is there one that you prefer watching?
I personally like variety, Kevin. I like certainly three-point shooting. That's how I made my living. But I also want to see post play. And I want to see teams that also can beat you with isolation sets as well. I think those are the toughest teams to defend. They can hit you from any area.
They sure can.
You got to respect the mind Brown has for the game. Both ends of the floor, he is so good at spotting the opening and taking advantage.
Celtics trail by 17 to the middle. Pritchard with the ball. He's got 15. Pass to Brown. There's the three. Porzingis with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Got a hand on it. White looking around. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Dyson Daniel.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Take a break.
They've been running away from the defense all game. I mean, loads of points here off the fast break, and the opposition just hasn't been able to adjust to that aggressive play style.
And they also deserve a lot of credit for getting points off turnovers. Their hustle has allowed them to take advantage of those opportunities.
And both free throws good for White.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
Here's Alexander Walker. 15 points in the game. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And the three ball is good. Porzingis has got 18 points in the game.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Brown outside. Outside, White launches it. Rebounded by the Hawks. Pass to Daniel. Alexander Walker up top. Inside. Rizachet with it. Brown on him. Alexander Walker. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Pass to Queta. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown outside. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Brown's got 11 points here in just the second half. Now, Alexander Walker. He's got 18. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Anthony Simons.
And you can see his scoring numbers trending down as time goes on. It's not what you want to see, but maybe it's just time to shift his approach a little and start looking for other ways to get points out there on the floor.
And the Hawks making a change here. Kispert's checked in. Chris Boucher's checked in for the Celtics. And Fernie Simons comes in for Pritchard. Here's Simons. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And there it is for him.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Celtics trail by 20. Now, here's Simons. 17 points in the game. Takes the three. Boucher kicks to Brown. Outside, Simons. 5 to shoot. Pass to Boucher. Here's White. Drains it from beyond the arc. White's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Kispert setting the pick for Daniels. Here's Porzingis. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
White the pass to Simons. Lets it go from deep. Again, Simons missing. Atlanta leading by 19 points. Pass to Alexander Walker. Nice shot by Porzingis. And it's now 22 points for Porzingis.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Again, Simons missing.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Kispert, the pass to Daniels. And here's Porzingis. Boucher defending. Pass to Kispert. Here's Alexander Walker. Sinks the triple. Alexander Walker's got 21 in the game.
And that's his second three of that half and his 5th overall, really lighting it up.
Brown outside. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. It's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Three-pointer, Daniels. Rebound by the Celtics. Boucher's got his 4th rebound in this one.
He is just ice cold. Luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
Jalen Johnson's checked in for Atlanta. Collum comes in for Dyson Daniels. And the free throw, no good. Now, here's Boucher. Defense is right there. Pass to Shireman. Now Boucher. Here's Tillman. Headed by Porzingis. Tillman passes to Walsh. Off target from three-point range. And for the Hawks, they're shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. Porzingis at the elbow. And here's McCollum. He's got 12. Porzingis with a screen on Simon. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Hawks Now to hear Coach Quinn Snyder talking to his team moments ago in the huddle.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Well, he's trying to get them to maintain that edge right now.
And solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. Luke Kennard out there with McCollum, and it's Kispert in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Pritchard from outside. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. McCollum against Pritchard. Kennard kicks to McCollum. Crafty move. And he lays it up and in. McCollum's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for Atlanta. And it's the Celtics with the ball. Simons, the pass to Boucher. Here's Pritchard. Off target with his 3. Pass to McCollum. Porzingis sets the pick for McCollum. Porzingis looking it over, and he drops it in from the low post. Porzingis has got 13 points here in the second half alone. Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Now Boucher. Back to Pritchard. So, Tim, when you played, you were one of the league's best sharpshooters. Did you ever look around and pick things up off of other guys you watch shoot the ball well?
No question. In fact, I learned a lot about how to move off the ball by watching other guys as I made my way through college and eventually became a pro. And even when I was in the league, I would study other players to pick up things on their footwork and how to get my release a little bit quicker.
Give me one player that you really studied hard.
Well, there's no question Del Curry was a guy I watched because he needed very little time to get that shot off coming off of his screen. And unfortunately, several times I got there late against him and learned my lesson.
Down low. And the slam dunk by Simon.
And this is his primary role out here. Score the basketball. And if he gets hot, it's almost impossible to stop.
And that one drops. Porzingis has got 30 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
The rotations right now are just not good enough. That's going to be a problem defensively all night.
Fans, make some noise for your ATL dancer.
Hawks making a switch here. Leachy's checked in. Brown is checked in for Boston. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Count the basket. Brown's got 22.
And very early on, Brown learned how to finish through contact, an essential skill for an NBA player to master.
Pass to McCollum. You know, Tim, some people love the star power of dynasties, but do you think the league's push for parity is helping the game overall?
Overall, I do believe competitive balance is good for the league. I think there are more fan bases that stay more engaged longer into the year, and that's just good for everybody.
I totally agree. The first one falls.
The one thing you love about C.J. McCollum, it's that high basketball IQ. He is just so clever on the floor.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
Your classic combo guard. C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times. A valuable piece for this team.
Pass to Brown. 5 on the clock. Boucher finds Pritchard. Here's Brown. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Kennard the pass to Porzingis. And here is Kispert. Hawks passing it around. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Boucher with the ball. Pass to Tillman. Over Kispert. Misses off the left iron. The Hawks have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. Here's Pritchard. Brown down low. And that one is good. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
Now Kispert. Pass to McCollum. Shoots the 3. Tillman grabs the miss.
Well, I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Boucher against Kennard. And yes, it's good. Boucher's got his first points in this one. Hawks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point.
Creating spacing. That's his third three-pointer of the night and his second this half.
Porzingis with a screen on Pritchard. McCollum, no good.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Boucher against Kennard. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him.
Now here's Kispert. He's covered by Pritchard. McCollum kicks to Kennard. Back to McCollum for 3. Boucher with the rebound.
Well, he made a couple of shots early, but since the half, he just can't seem to find his rhythm.
Pritchard with a wide open look. No good with the triple. Atlanta has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's Krejci. A three-pointer, no good. The Celtics have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Pass to Simons. Three-pointer. Rebound, Atlanta. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Krejci. He's covered by Brown. A 3 from McCollum. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Over McCollum. Brown with the bucket. Brown's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And the defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
Atlanta calls timeout. And some changes here for the Celtics. Kate is checked in. And Sam Hauser subbed in for Chris Boucher. Now here's McCollum. You know, Tim, you hear some players now feeling they're being unfairly criticized. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I do believe it can get personal at times, but listen, if you are in this league, I think it helps to have thick skin because you are going to be criticized from time to time.
But players do pay attention, don't they? They know what's being said and written.
They pay a lot more attention than they let on, Kevin, believe me. And if they're not listening, somebody in their inner circle is. I promise you that.
Brown inside. And he can't bank that one in.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yep, that one goes. 18 points for C.J. McCollum.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
A shot by Pritchard, no good.
He just can't get anything going in this quarter, and his team desperately in need of a spark.
McCollum passes to Krejci. Now here's Porzingis. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 39 points for Porzingis.
The reflexes on Porzingis can surprise you. For a big, he plays with great quickness.
Brown wide open, he fires. Drops in the tray.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
Pass to Krejci. And here is Kispert beyond the arc. And Boston with the rebound. Keita's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside, White. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions, only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
And so here's Atlanta. McCollum outside. Porzingis sets the pick for McCollum. That's to Porzingis.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
1:56 left in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. A 3 from McCollum. 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
Now Pritchard. Here's Keita. Outside, White. The 3. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Hawks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Porzingis.
Well, offensively, he was about as locked in as you can be, and his team continued to find it.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
Here's White. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
He must have visualized this one because everything is falling.
Pritchard against McCollum. And the layup falls.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
What a great performance. They have given the fans their money's worth.
Outside, White. Pass to Queta. Nice ball movement by Boston. From deep. No good on the shot. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll do it, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.